Afternoons with Zweli on 947.
Dropping all your favorite afternoon beats from 12 to 3.
Off you went on a trip. Now, whenever it's holiday time, long weekends, there's a long weekend that's coming up. People have different things that they're doing. You're either going to be crossing the borders of the province, maybe the borders of South Africa in general, because you's fancy like that, huh? Now, the thing is, we all know that one road that has humbled us. Yes, once upon a time, you got onto a road, you were ready for your summer holiday, and instead of taking you 3 hours, it literally took you about 12. Kids kept asking, are we there yet? For different reasons. It could have been the weather, someone forgot something. But I want to talk about the roads. Have you ever been on a highway, freeway, whatever, and there's about 10 different arrows that are pointing in different directions, and you're thinking, I've got an off-ramp. I've got to off-ramp on one of these, or I've got to change roads and get onto one of them. But the issue is that the arrows are confusing you. You don't know which way you're supposed to go. Now, I saw a tweet over the weekend, and there's a TikTok I saw of a young woman yesterday who completely missed her off-ramp. She kept driving thinking she'd figure it out till she realized she was very far ahead from where she was meant to be. And this immediately reminded me of that split. I don't know if it's on the N3 heading south towards Alberton, Germiston, there's that intersection there before you get to Alberton where, again, it's just arrows. 5 arrows are saying Kimberley, Vereeniging, Alberton, Joburg CBD. The other ones are saying Durban, Springs, Vosloorus. And you're like, aye. Which way am I supposed to go? And you know, the thing is, if you're not paying attention, that road has claimed plenty of victims over the years. Many roads, in actual fact. I want to find out about the one time you weren't paying attention. Nah, you were just driving. Everything was fine. And then out of nowhere, you had to come to an abrupt stop because you realized that this road does not look familiar. What's the longest you've been lost because you took the wrong turn, missed an off-ramp, or the map was just playing games with you, Uber? Did you end up hours away? Was it at night, which makes it a little bit scarier? And did Google Maps or any other situation even manage to save you? I'm going to tell you about mine. I was a young 16-year-old. I was lost for 2.5 hours with my parents, and it was all my fault.
947.
We're chatting about that road trip that went wrong. So the thing about driving is that all it takes is one wrong turn. That can happen in a matter of seconds. And then you've literally wasted about 2-3 hours of your time. I think back to when I was in varsity, and there was one morning, there was just so much traffic. There was a whole lot of traffic that was on the M1. But on the radio, they had said, avoid the back routes, avoid Fordsburg, the works. What do? We thought, you can't tell us, traffic person, we're going to try and take the back routes. What happened? We got to varsity about 2 hours late. Yeah, because we decided to take that wrong turn. Now I wanted to find out from you, what's that one wrong turn you took and it landed you in another place? Still going to let you in on what I did to my story. A harrowing night. It was the 31st of December. It must have been in the year of our Lord 2007. I put them through so much, and they didn't even know they were taking me to a nightclub. They had no idea. We were lost for almost 3 hours. We'll get into that in the next couple of moments, but let's chat to, is it Gerard or is it Gerard and Nigel?
Zweli, Jared, how you, bud?
I'm good, my brother. I'm lekker. How are you doing?
Lekker, brother, lekker.
Oh, you sound like trouble already.
Hey, but you know me, man. You know me.
Tell me all about it.
Hey, this weekend, man, we had to move from Heidelberg to Nigel. Nigel's quite. It's not big, but it's quite big, and we had the whole morning from early in the morning. We pushed the whole day. In the afternoon, I had a fight with the missus, and I left.
Oh no!
And I had a big trailer on my backyard, everything. We were pumping, and somehow I got lost. I didn't know where I was. I had to jump out the car, flash a guy down, like a little Afrikaans boy. I had to ask him where am I, but am I still in Nigel? Hey, but He showed me where I am with an operator again. From there, we moved.
My brew, was it worth it afterwards, or are we still on the women are always right? Because look at what happened when you decide to go off.
Women are always right, If I got a message from my wife, I know she's listening, Michelle Flanagan.
Yeah.
I know she's listening. I love her. I know it's hard, but I love her very much. And they're always right, but they're always right.
Yeah, they're always right. The thing is, it's just life. Sometimes we get into these little bit of a tiffs and those sorts of things at times. And hey, it's how you move on.
Life can humble you, brother. Life can humble you.
It can.
Like Zweli. Cheers, my brother.
Cheers, my bud. Thank you so much for the call. All right.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. And there we have it. Gerard is saying, listen to the women. If you don't listen to them, now look, you moved, you're in Nigel, and you don't know where the hell you are. Lerato says that, Zweli, I missed the N1 split once because I was singing to a Beyonce song. I was meant to go to Pretoria. I almost landed up in Polokwane before I realized. Girl, how far was that drive? Why were you not awake? Nomfundo, all the way in Pietermaritzburg, says Google Maps froze and I kept following the road signs. By the time I got signal again, I was almost in Mooirivier instead of Howick. Got more messages that are coming in, voice notes galore of how you took one wrong turn and almost found yourself in another country, basically. Before we get to those...
Zweli, I can't believe you tricked your parents into taking you to a nightclub. Well done.
Thank you.
When are you becoming a dad so your kids can also trick you?
I rebuke. Okay? I rebuke.
947.
It would appear that there are questions and you are awaiting answers from me. So a little bit earlier on, we were chatting about that one wrong turn that you took and you ended up just being so far away from your actual destination. And maybe you realize late. Let's be honest. Sometimes when you're driving, you're absent-minded. You're focused on what's happening on the road. But because you feel like you know the road, you know the back of your brain and it's easy, like you know that road like the back of what you call it, your hand, you're like, it's fine. I know what I'm doing. And then there's a point where you get to a dead end and...
Computer says no.
What are those directions that you're following? Have you ever been in Uber and then they're directing you in the wrong way and you're like, I don't live that side. This is where I live. Where is this Uber GPS app taking me? Because that is not where I live. Nonetheless, I digress. The story you're here for, it was probably about 2007. I think I may have been either 15 or 16. And... everyone has a story about how they got into a club for the very first time when they were underage. Yes, I've been there. Yes, my parents were involved, but they had no idea where I was going because we had this place called, I think, Casa Madeira, CDM, or Casa de Mera. It was in the south, around our roadside, and they had like under 18 parties. Were they really under 18 though? Questions. 20 years ago now that I think of it. Nonetheless, so there was one December and we were tired of like being at a friend's house. Hey, P, the cricket, pew, 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 100 shooter, enough. I don't want the 100 shooter. Me, I want to get down and groove just like everybody else. At the tender age of 16, by the way. So we concocted a plan and my parents were supposed to be taking us to an under 18 event in 4 ways. We were going to catch a meter taxi back, which we did, and it cost us about 700 rands. I don't know how 3 16-year-olds could put together 700 rands back in 2007. But we managed, and it just looked like a normal place. And I mean, I looked like a baby at that age, so they weren't letting me in. Until my friend looked at one of the managers and said, you know what, me, I'm going to call the cops now and say, please come check if everybody's over 18. Needless to say, they let me in. But before that happened, we were lost in 4 ways for about 3 hours. Could not find, the club was called Black Orchid. I think it was on Witkoppen somewhere. It doesn't exist. If you know, you know. Back in the day, Black O is what it is that would call it. And so many good times, but I just cannot believe how much effort we went through just to party with adults. When there is nothing there for you, you can't even find a lover because what do you want with a 16-year-old? Club culture. Nonetheless, when did you get lost? Where were you going? How long were you lost for? Who was the savior at the end of the day?
Hey, Zweli. So in 2009, we took a girls' trip to Cape Town. At the time, we used the TomTom Garmin. That thing took us from who knows where to who knows where, because we were just driving and driving on end for 2 hours. We eventually then got to Muizenberg. The next day, we got to find out that it wasn't so far. Now we laugh about the experience. It wasn't funny at the time when we were driving.
Of course.
Dude, just the recent one, man. We were going to Pretoria. A cousin of cousin was graduating. So we get to Pretoria. There's no hustle with that. And then we can see that anonymous building of UNISA. And then when we are supposed to enter the entrance of UNISA, it was a hassle, Zweli. It was something that really scared me, because we get in, we can see this building, but when we're supposed to go in, we took this wrong turn. We're using Google Maps, mind you, but still. And then when we took this turn, it literally just said, it started to increase the time now. It said, like, some other minutes now.
Now you're like, why are we far?
Aren't we close? Zweli, believe you when I tell you that. It literally took us an extra 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
Literally just going around Pretoria.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I remember I had just started driving. I was still a bit scared of driving. I was driving with my daughter a couple of years ago from Soweto to Vosloorus.
Oh boy.
So from the N12, you see where now I'm supposed to go and take the N3.
Exactly.
Not me continuing with the N12. And the night, having to come back, having to go around, now using a GPS to find my way out again and back to the N3.
Just moved to Johannesburg from Cape Town, and I started university in 2000 and I think it was 20. And driving home from Randburg to Boksburg is quite a drive.
Yes.
And my phone had gone off, and I stopped at so many engine garages to direct me. And every single time, the guys, they shame, bless them, they all directed me in a different direction. And it took me almost 3 hours from Randburg to Boksburg, which is only a 45-minute drive to get home.
My goodness. I want you one day to ask Mante on the weekend how she got lost in the cemetery.
947